Lot, peace be upon him, was an orphan raised by his uncle, Prophet Abraham, peace be upon him. He was the first person to believe in Abraham and migrate with him. No one accompanied Abraham on his journey from Iraq to Syria, then to Egypt and back, except for Lot and Abraham's wife, Sarah. It was during this return journey that Lot was honored with the great divine selection, and his name was recorded among the prophets chosen by Allah. Lot was deserving of prophethood for several great reasons. Firstly, he was the first to believe in Abraham when he was alone. Secondly, he left his homeland and migrated for the sake of Allah. And thirdly, he was a pillar of support for Abraham. While Abraham had adopted Lot, he still yearned for children of his own, so he prayed, "My Lord, grant me a righteous son." Allah answered his prayer and blessed him with Ishmael, then Isaac, and from Isaac, Jacob. One day, angels of Allah came to Abraham in the form of noble guests. Upon seeing them, he quickly went to his family to prepare a fattened roasted calf. He greeted them with a cheerful face, but was surprised when they did not eat. Abraham became fearful and suspicious. The angels then revealed their identities and their mission. Allah had sent them for two purposes: to give Abraham and his wife Sarah the good news of a son, and to destroy the people of Lot. When Sarah heard the news while carrying water for the guests, she struck her face in disbelief and said, "Shall I bear a child while I am an old and barren woman?" The angels replied, "Do you wonder at the command of Allah?" Abraham and his wife's fear subsided. Abraham asked them where they were going after giving him the good news, and they said, "We have been sent to the people of Lot." Driven by the mercy Allah had placed in his heart, Abraham pleaded with the angels on behalf of Lot's people, saying, "Indeed, Lot is there." The angels replied, "We know best who is in it. We will surely save him and his family." When Abraham was reassured of Lot's safety, the angels proceeded to the city of Sodom, where Lot resided. Lot's people lived in 5 cities, with Sodom being the main one. They were known for their corruption from the very beginning. They would rob travelers, murder merchants, and commit indecent acts with young men. Their corruption was so widespread that they would gather in their clubs and perform these obscene acts openly. They had forsaken the purpose of their creation. Instead of using the reproductive fluid that Allah created for life, they directed it towards a place where it would perish, leading to a complete cessation of procreation. Because of their actions, the area they lived in became known as the Dead Sea, where life died on the land and in the water, and their hearts died before their bodies. Lot lived among them, calling them to monotheism and to a healthy, natural way of life, urging them to abandon their shameful acts. To integrate into their society, Lot married a woman from Sodom. However, this woman was a traitor. She did not believe in his message and would inform her people of everything that happened in his house. A pact existed between Lot and his people that he was forbidden from hosting male guests without their knowledge. But when the angels arrived in the form of handsome young men, one of Lot's daughters saw them, and fearing for them, rushed to tell her father. Lot went to them, warned them not to enter the city, and told them to hide in an orchard until nightfall. When darkness fell, he brought them into his home secretly. However, Lot's wife saw them. She slipped out of the house to inform her people that there were beautiful guests in Lot's home. The news spread quickly, and the people rushed to Lot's house from all directions. Lot stood at the door, appealing to their reason, and even offered them his daughters for marriage to stop their vile acts, saying, "These are my daughters, they are purer for you." But they refused. As they tried to break into his house, Lot uttered the words recorded in the Quran, "If only I had power over you, or could take refuge in a strong support." Lot wished he had the strength to repel them, or that he could rely on a strong protector, which was Allah. When the mob grew large, the angel Gabriel came out of the house and struck them with his wing, blinding them all. Allah then commanded the angels to tell Lot to leave with his family before dawn, except for his wife. Lot left with his 2 daughters, and he did not look back. At a decisive moment, Gabriel lifted the 5 cities with his wings so high that the angels in the heavens could hear the sounds of their roosters and livestock. Then he turned the cities upside down. The cities fell from the sky, and the earth received them with a volcanic fire. Allah rained stones upon them, each stone inscribed with the name of the person it was meant for. When Lot's wife heard the sound of the punishment, she looked back and cried out, "O my people, A stone from the sky struck her and she died instantly. Allah punished the people of Lot with 5 types of punishment: blindness, stoning, turning their cities upside down, the fire that engulfed their bodies, and making their land barren. The story of Lot shows that the shameful act introduced by his people was one of the greatest abominations deserving of Allah's wrath. It also confirms that Lot was sent not only to forbid this depravity, but to establish monotheism. Just like all other prophets, Allah attributes the people to Lot in the Quran because he was sent to them, not because he was from their tribe as Lot was from Iraq. This explains why no one from his people believed in him, which is why Allah never sent a prophet after him except from his own people to have support and strength.